Hello, day 3. We've made it to Laguna Campground. It's actually stunning. There is a just like an open meadow just to the right. And it kind of takes me on to kind of summarizing this day, which is after leaving Sibbits Campground, mile 32. We could see in the distance that we'd be heading up into like a little bit of forest. And as we got up there, it was this beautiful pine forest. I think it's Jeffrey pines. And the smell of the pine needles on the floor, the bird song seemed to change quite a little bit. And so all of a sudden we saw these woodpeckers, and it was just so calming to be up there. And it was me and 2 pals, Yannick and Caitlin, and it just felt very serene for all of us. And we knew we were heading to this town, and we were going to get burgers at this French place, and it was just nice to have that at the end. So we were really excited for that, and it was one of those really pleasant and beautiful experiences to come into that first pine forest of the whole trip. I mean, it's only been 3 days. And then we had lunch, and it was actually a bit overwhelming being in town. Kind of strange. Like, we met more people. So I think we caught up with a few of the slower walkers who may have started a day or two beforehand. And all of a sudden I felt this kind of overwhelming social anxiety, I guess, because I kind of wanted to be back on the trail. I wasn't sure if I wanted to engage with other hikers. Everyone was lovely, don't get me twisted. And so that was kind of going on. And then I obviously munched. I had this hamburger, and then I got pancakes as well, so hit that sugar spike. And then some of the people that we met had already left, and I kind of wanted to make sure we were together. Anyway, I was reflecting about this with Yannick, and he was sharing a similar feeling. And I guess it's haven't been in this situation, a social situation, where you are kind of constantly with people, and so wanting to keep that group dynamic, but at the same time, walk your own walk. And that's one of the principles of the PCT they kind of lay out to you at the beginning. Anyway, so we got over that lunch slump. Really fun general store, just that classic middle of nowhere American general store. And we got back on the trail, and we weren't expecting it, but about 4 more miles in, we crested to the top of this hill. And then suddenly it was just the desert, and you could see the Salton Sea, and there was these layers of mountains, really dry, arid, but beautifully carved, baked red and black and yellow mountains. And it was so familiar to me. I spent some time in the Coachella Valley, which is kind of where the Salton Sea is. I got a little piece on the Salton Sea, actually. You should see it after this. And just looking out into it from the height that we were, and seeing how hot and desert-like it was such a phenomenal thing. So me, Caitlin, and Yannick, we actually stopped and we meditated for about 10 minutes. Yannick had never done it before. Caitlin and I had been meditating for a few years, and it was really special. I actually opened my eyes afterwards, and I knew that scene was going to be there, and it just hit me in another way. So one of the more stunning views that I've seen so far. And now we're in this campground, Mount Laguna Campground. It's so gorgeous. It seems the Laguna recreation area, or natural area, has been closed, so you can't do dispersed camping. So this was the final stop before it's another 15 or 20 miles. So we camped up here, and I'm super stoked for day 4. So I'll see you on the flip.